Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the After Hours Gaming League, Season number 3, Game number 3 here of Cisco versus Google. We're going to go into this game here in just a second, but it is going to be Howling Peaks. Howling Peaks, famously known as the map with many attack paths. And I did use air quotes there, sue me. Great thing about this map is that there's just so many different ways to lock down your opponent, to look at your opponent, and to try to take them off guard with attacks. So it's much to your advantage to try to do some sneaky stuff, especially as a Protoss player. Throw down proxy pylons in very strange locations where your opponent might not guess. As a Zerg player, you might throw down the Nidus Worm, of course, and as a Terran player, drop play on this map can be very sneaky and very devastating. But let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and go into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the After Hours Gaming League Season 3, and welcome to Howling Peak. Take a look here at the Xel'Naga Watchtowers. We have two Xel'Naga Watchtowers in this map. They don't play too big of a role, but they do let you spot these extra attack paths that come around here. Of course, we have the collapsible rock towers on either side that can prevent access to a potential third, or you might decide to take the closer third here. Either way, there's a lot of attack paths on this map that can be opened up. But before we go into that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and introduce the players. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner, he needs to make a comeback for Google, or else they are out of this match right now. He is your red Terran, Jimbo. And up here in the top right-hand corner, representing Team Cisco, who is up 2-0 right now against Team Google, he is your blue Protoss, Janjali. Everything about this map is really awesome. I love how this map feels a lot like a Brood War map. There are a lot of bases that you can take, and there's a lot of different ways that you can approach this map. You can cut the map in half. You can cut the map either horizontally or vertically, actually. Especially if you're Terran. Terran can take sort of this base, and if you want to, you can kind of try to take this base and sort of ninja take it, since it's on sort of a high ground, and it's not easy to check, especially if you control this watchtower. One thing that's really great for Protoss, and we'll take a look at John Jali's side of the map here, is that just like you might have seen on Dual Sight, this main and this natural look very familiar. So if you're familiar with the map Dual Sight, they look very familiar. So it's very easy for Protoss to drop a forge here and sort of do a forge fast expand, the sort of in-base expansion. John Jali, of course, not vying for that this time, since he's going against Terran. But against Zerg, it's very viable, and just lets you get a little more economic advantage as a Protoss player in this early game. The SCV getting driven out by the Zealot here, actually. That's a little bit surprising. SCV can usually outmaneuver the Zealot, but he's just going to go ahead and check for any proxy pylons, any sort of shenanigans. And actually, ooh, this spot, I like the place where Jimbo put this. This is a great spot if you're doing drops and you want to deny your opponent's third, especially around the 8-minute to 12-minute mark. If they go for sort of an early third, that's a great spot to drop your drop anything out of medevacs. If you have a double do drop of Hellbats, for example, it's a great place to drop them. John Jali just kind of gut-checking his opponent, saying, okay, you're not doing anything crazy, I'm going to go ahead and send the Zealot across the map. The Zealot is going to take some damage, but he should be able to get back to base without too much trouble. Stalker going to go ahead and try to smell out that SCV. He knows that SCV is missing. Either it could have gone back to base, or it could be doing some sort of shenanigans. So very good here on John Jali, just smelling out his opponent, deciding, you know, I'm going to check everywhere. And, oh, actually the SCV did slip back up here into the natural. He's going to get a second scout off. Very nicely played there by Jinbo. I love that play. He's going to see the mothership core, and that's going to tell him that he is perfectly safe. And, in fact, he should go ahead and expand. And look at that, as it say that. Drops down the command center. Very smartly played there by Jinbo. Nice scout. And dropping the tech lab, it looks like it's going to be a siege tank and Banshee play here. Very interesting, going ahead and deciding to pump out some siege tanks so early. It looks like Jinbo wants to play the long game here. He wants to get a high siege tank count so he can whittle his opponent down and take the positional advantage. And he's just going to play very defensively based on sort of the tech that I see coming out here from Jinbo. He wants to play very defensively, and that's what this Banshee is all about, is basically he needs to do a little bit of damage with this Banshee just to delay his opponent. And he knows that his opponent might not have the observer out in the map. That first observer might go ahead and go straight towards his base. So this Banshee could actually do a good amount of damage. That cloak is going to be finished just about the time that the Banshee gets to the natural expansion here of Janjali. And Janjali has no idea this is coming. He doesn't have any good scouting information on his opponent, as you can see here. He can. Oh, he might have seen that tech lab researching. He could guess that cloak is coming, but yeah, the observer is hanging out here at home. So looks like Janjali is going to be pretty safe. He knows this is coming. How many probe kills can go down? 2 per shot, 3 probe kills so far. And here we go with the reaction. Cloak is done. But he might see, oh, and look at that. Very, very nice, very nice photon overcharge there. And Jinbo trying to get some more probe kills in here. He's got to be really careful, especially with that photon overcharge. It just makes the Protoss player so safe. He's going to have to micro this like he has... Oh my gosh, just barely getting away. The Banshee now should go ahead, go back to base, get a free repair. Well done there by Jinbo, saving that Banshee. And that Banshee gave him all the time that he needed to go ahead, get his second expansion up. And now we should see the SCV transfer. Well, number of SCVs now being made here for the natural. And there we go. Now we see all these mules coming down. The natural expansion is now going to get up and running, but it is up later than his opponents. Looking like sort of a biomech play here coming out here from Jinbo. Marines and siege tanks, I really like this. And because this gives him some flexibility, right? So he's able to move around on the field, do some drops if he needs to with medevacs. Meanwhile, he can be very defensive and just play the game out and sort of dictate how he wants the game played with these siege tanks. Janjali, however, he ain't having none of it. He's getting immortals out. He has a good smell on his opponent. Let's see. Yeah, he has no idea that there's a number of siege tanks out on the map, but he can probably take a guess, especially as this observer crawls its way across the map. He's going to know, and then he's going to get all these immortals out, and that might be really, really hard to hold. Let's see what Jinbo decides to do. Going ahead and scouting with a couple of Marines, really smart, making sure that his opponent isn't picking up any sort of extra ninja expansion. Nice scouting here by Jinbo. Of course, the observer is now arrived here by Janjali. He can now see the siege tanks, and that might give him all the information that he needs. Look at that. Now he knows everything that's going on. He's just going to double check here in the production facilities. We do have a couple of Banshees going in here for an attack, going for the cloak right away, making sure that that observer can't see them. But there is an observer here at home, and this attack is just going to fall on its face. At this point, these Banshees are not going to do very much. Best get out of here. Taking a quick look. 8 workers killed so far by Jinbo. He does have this Raven out. I love that one Raven with the army lets him snipe those observers, and in fact, actually there's this. There is that one observer here in the base. The Raven spots that. Ooh. Jimbo, does he see kind of the outline? He does. He sees it. He's going to go kill it. He sees it. He sees the observer. Nice. Can he pick that observer off? That might actually be huge. Reducing the amount of information coming out here by Dr Zealot. And Jimbo, he knows. He knows, though. Having that one Raven out and reducing that information by the observers is huge. We do have Colossus out on the map, though. And a starport going up here now. No extended thermal lance yet. Where is that starport? Is it down here? Is it over here? Oh my gosh, we also have a ninja expansion going down at the same time. I see it on the production tab, but I don't know. Oh, there it is. Stargate up here for our Protoss player. A nice little play here. Maybe mixing in a couple of these Void Rays. The Heart of the Swarm Void Rays are so powerful. And getting Thermal Lance at the same time. Man, expanding, teching, and building units all at the same time. Dr Zealot is pushing the limits of his economy right now. Ooh, a scan coming out here by our Terran player. He's going to know everything that's going on, and that might give him the cue to go ahead and expand. Yes, that's exactly what he decides to do. He, in fact, was already doing that before he decided to scan. He just wanted to make sure that he was safe. And that might prompt an attack, either an attack here by Jimbo, or he might just, wow, set up a perimeter with these siege tanks. No kidding, Jimbo can dictate how this map is going to go. He can just set these siege tanks in siege mode somewhere and completely maul our Protoss player. And 2 Colossus is not going to be enough. In fact, already 4 Vikings out on the map, so these Colossus, they're going to be able to do some damage, but not too much, especially with siege tanks and Colossus already out. Of course, Jimbo walling off. Jimbo, he is an ironclad Terran here. Just go ahead and call him the Iron Knuckle Terran. Look at this. He just is so solid on his play. Going ahead and keeping these siege tanks out of siege mode until he gets everything that he wants up here is a really smart move. And I should expect Jimbo to actually spread these out here in just a bit and actually put them into siege mode. Yeah, here we go. Here comes the SCV transfer. Is he going to do exactly that, or is he going to move out on the map? Oh my gosh, he's going to go for an attack here. Jimbo. Which attack path is he going to take? Is he going to go through the rocks, or is he going to go here and take that army head on? Oh my gosh, he knows exactly what's coming, deciding to put the siege tanks up, doing as much damage as he can. And oh my gosh, a Seeker Missile going in and doing a ton of damage. That Colossus is almost dead. One more shot will take it down, and there are a disgusting number of Vikings. There we go, taking a Colossus out for free. Jimbo playing this so tactically right now. He knows exactly what his opponent is going to do before he does it. Look at that, going ahead and moving in, just leapfrogging these siege tanks. Very smart, keeping 2 in the back here, just for defensive fallback. Getting some free shots over here with the Vikings. Jimbo is playing this like a boss right now. The Iron Knuckle Terran. And here we go. The point defense drone is down. Jimbo, he's not sieged up, but now he is. The DTs are going to come in here and actually cause a ton of damage. DTs from Dr Zealot, killing and destroying every single siege tank. Jimbo, man, he's in a lot of trouble. He never expected these DTs to come in and just destroy everything. What happened to that Raven, man? I was trying to watch the Raven, but I couldn't see it in all the carnage. It must have gotten taken out by the Stalkers. Wow, Dr Zealot. If you took that Raven out and then pushed a number of Dark Templars in there, that was a brilliant play. Now we do have a number of Hellbats coming out on the map, and Hellbat drops is now becoming a very standard Terran play. We do have detection here at the 3rd for our Terran players, so these DTs aren't going to live for too terribly long, but they're doing so much damage right now. Oh my gosh, the detection is actually not in the right place. DTs, man, he's doing way too much damage. Dr Zealot just doing an incredible amount of damage. But meanwhile, look at this. The Hellbat drops are just doing so much. A number of workers killed. Taking a look at that, 21 workers killed. Actually, by John Jolie with his attack. And Jimbo is now, he's in a huge amount of trouble. He's in a disgusting amount of trouble. He's going to have to kill this attack, pulling the SCVs. Could this be a good game right here? No. John Jolie simply does not have the forces, and Jimbo is going to hold strong. Meanwhile, a DT cleans up everything, and the worker kills from those Hellbats. Oh my gosh, just incredible back and forth here. Both players now kind of in a lot of trouble, but here's the thing. This entire time, John Jolie has had this ninja expansion up and running. He does need to saturate this maybe a little bit more, but it has not been spotted at all. Let me take a look. Oh, look at that. He might know about he might know about it, actually.
The Grim Reaper has arrived.
Oh no, he's actually going to see this now.
Ready to blunder.
That is going to be a little bit of a misstep there by John Jolie and our Terran player. He's going to be able to see that third base now. He knows exactly where to attack. He might go scope it out, and here we go. We have a Hellbat drop moving across the map. I think I know where that's going. That might go straight to the third. And if so, that could do an incredible amount of damage. There is no army here, and bam, there we go. We do have a Hellbat drop here at the third. That's going to kill an incredible number of probes. Probes just dying left and right. Meanwhile, at the exact same time, we have another Hellbat drop here at the natural. Now, there is an army here to defend this, and these Hellbats are going to get a little bit of work done, but the probes are going to be full, and those probes will be totally fine. Meanwhile, look at this. The Hellbats have killed everything here. Another 10 or so workers killed, 14 or so workers killed in that exchange. DTs are going to get warped in, and actually that's going to be the end of this aggression here by Jimbo. Meanwhile, that aggression that Jimbo kept up has got him back into the game. He's got a huge, oh my god. Wow. He's got a disgusting number of Hellbats on the map. What is it? 19 Hellbats? Taking a quick look at the unit tab. 21 Hellbats on the map. 5 siege tanks. 2 Ravens. He definitely wants to see those DTs. He does not want to get caught off guard again. We have vehicle weapons level 2 coming up. So this biomech play from our Terran opponent is quickly turning into a mech play. Meanwhile, for our Protoss player, we do have Archons coming out, and we have ground weapons level 3. That's going to put him at 3-0, and that is really devastating to go against as a Terran player. However, this army is mostly Zealots right now, and he has Hellbats all over the place here. Yeah, that TT is going to kill him. Supply depot. Put him supply depot. Goodbye, supply depot. Oh! Could he actually get something done with this? It's Jimbo. Jimbo, you got to get something done here. Oh, okay. He's bringing the Raven. Oh. But this is on move command. Jimbo, you got to take care of this DT, man. There we go. He takes care of the DT, but it might have distracted him long enough. And here we go. Storms, Zealots, everything moving in. A Colossus doing a ton of damage. Those Storms doing sick, disgusting amounts of damage. Those Hellbats all decide to fall. But the siege tank line here is really strong. And everything from our Protoss player just evaporated. Jimbo just has the right unit composition, even though those Hellbats, you know, they fell to those Storms really quickly. Those Hellbats clump up quite easily. He just had all the right units to take care of everything else, so he's able to defend that really well. I love this DT, constant DT aggression here by John Jolie. Going ahead, taking out the missile turret. Look at that. But there are 2 Ravens on the map, man, and those DTs, they're gonna get fried. Hellbats, man, looking so handsome. Jimbo now putting the pressure on himself, deciding to take out a couple of probes, moving across the map with these Banshees, deciding if he can get anything done. He might be able to take out a couple Stalkers or even some more probes. Taking a look at the workers killed. He's taken out a good number of probes this match so far, but now he's just trying to keep the harassment on. Jimbo, what you gonna do, man? He's got a couple of Hellbats here just waiting for a nice little drop. Maybe into the main. Take out some of these workers here that are still mining gas. Taking a quick look at the unit tab, there's actually only 23 probes on the map. And John Jolie is running out of mining bases. John Jolie is actually in a lot of trouble. He does not have the number of probes that he needs, and his probe production, well, he's starting to get his probe production back into gear, but it might not be soon enough. He's starved out. He's got all the tech he needs, but he's just starved. The Terran player has out-macroed him. Look at this. Look at this. The Terran player deciding to take the 5th already. Oh, what a bold play. And moving in with just a gigantic army. It is 63 supply to 134 supply right now. The Terran with a huge lead right now. He can actually end this game right now, just going ahead, cleaning up his base. There's nothing to hold him back right now. He realizes this right now. Going ahead, setting up a perimeter here at the 3rd expansion of John Jolie. John Jolie, very desperate now. Actually, his multitasking is just not quite good enough to handle this attack. He's going to have to get everything out of here and just have the counterattack of his life, moving a huge number of Templar across the map right now. He's going to have the best storms of his life right now. Here we go, but there's already a defense here by Jimbo. He's going to be able to take out a huge number of the attacking forces. The storms go down, and they're pretty good, but he walks into the storms. That's not going to be great. And this attacking force from our Protoss player is not going to be able to get enough done. Jimbo is looking really strong right now. He's going to be able to clean this force up, and as soon as that goes down, John Jolie, he's just got nothing left, man. Only 29 probes on the map compared to the 40. Oh my gosh, but John Jolie moving in here with a nice little run by here with these Zealots. Zealots aren't getting cleaned up. Okay, now, here we go. Jimbo's going to have to clean that up. Jimbo here, this game going on quite a while and sort of taxing the sanity of both players here. Trying to keep everything in check and keep macro going and micro going and everything going all at the same time is proving very difficult. Look at this, now setting up a perimeter. Jimbo, he knows this is the last mining base of John Jolie, and John Jolie, if he loses this, he's going to lose the game. There's nothing else that he can do besides maybe remote mine this base here. And in fact, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's just trying to stay alive right now. Our Protoss player, he's in dire straits right now. He has no army to speak of. It's 40 to 136. Our Terran player, quite frankly, he's just marshaling his forces, and then when he's ready, he's just going to walk across the map and end the game. I almost think that our Terran player doesn't know how far ahead that he is, especially with things like these annoying BTs coming in here and trying to end things. Look at this, John Jolie keeping up the pressure even now, trying to stay in this game. What a boss! Look at this, John Jolie. Oh no, that DT got trapped. He was trying to play hide and go seek, and it didn't work out. This Hellbat is just he's gonna eventually whittle that assimilator down to size. But here's the thing, Jimbo, he now has one mining base actually. He's getting up a second one. And he's got a planetary fortress on it. He's got it saturated. He's got everything going his way. He's got 1K minerals, 2K gas in the bank. He's gonna take this rock tower down, be completely safe. Look at that. Beautiful. No more DTs are gonna be able to get in through that way. And John Jolie, he doesn't have a mining base, man. This income, taking a quick look at the income tab, like 80, 100 income is just not enough. Our Terran player has 10, 16 times the income as our Protoss player right now. And he recognizes this. He knows that he's won. He's going to go ahead and move across the map here. Oh my god, a disgusting number of Ravens. He wants to play this out his way. Jimbo deciding, guess what? The Seeker missiles are going to win the day here. How many Ravens are out on the map, man? 6 Ravens out on the map. 12 Hellbats, 13 Siege Tanks. Terran Mech is looking really strong and hard this Swarm, ladies and gentlemen. This DT's going to try to go around, but he's going to find some rocks in his way. Oh my gosh. He's going to try to take out every single remaining probe with some auto turrets here. And there we go. Oh, GG, says Janjali. Wow. A very intense match there between our Cisco player and Google player, between Jimbo and Janjali. Jimbo showing us that he can be the Iron Knuckle Terran. He can hold on. He can just play his game. He can play it his way. And in the end, with his siege tanks, with his Hellbats, and with his crazy number of Ravens, he can win the game. We'll be right back with more After Hours Gaming League Season 3 Game Number 4 here in just a minute.